Module 1, Section 8, Objectives 1 and 2. And you can see by looking at them that they look to be identical. So let's take a look at, see what we've got. First of all, towers. If the towers continue to grow in the same pattern, how many squares will be in the next two figures? Describe the pattern of change. Okay, so first of all, you need to figure out what the pattern is, so you know how to figure out what the next two are going to look like, and then answer the question about how many there will be. Okay, so let's take a look at it. What I notice is they don't change the size of the base. Okay, it's 2 across all the way around, or on all 4 of them. So I know my next one is also going to have 2. I'm going to draw it down here. And my next one after that is also going to have 2. Okay, now let's see what else they did. Okay, so we went up 1. I'm going to label these. So we went up 1. Here we went up 2. This one is 4. And this last one is 8. Okay, so it looks like we're doubling every time. Okay, so we're going to go up 16 for the next one. Okay, and I'm actually going to do something weird here. Hang on. If we look at it this way, you can compare better. Okay, so we're going to have 2 across. Whoa, that wasn't very good. And now, if you notice, if we double this one, we get that one. And if we double this one, we get that one, right? So, by the time we get to this next one, that is going to double. So it's going to be like this. And all of these different, let's see, I don't know if I did that correctly or not, but it's going to be close. Okay, so now this next one has got to be twice as tall as that one. And I have maxed my zoom capability on my program here. So we're just going to continue all the way up as far as we can go. And that is going to be that height, right? But then it's going to double. And I'm probably not drawing enough lines here, but you get the idea, right? So okay, so this next one is going to be 16 tall, and this one is going to be 32 tall. 2 across and 32 tall. So, did it answer our question? How many squares will be in the next two? Okay, so this one right here is 2 by 16, so there are 32 squares. And the next one is 32 by 2, so it'll be 64 squares. And the pattern of change, it doubles in height, but it stays 2 across. Okay, now this one we just need to find the missing numbers, and I fixed a couple of the graphics compared to what you see in your packet, so you can make yours look like mine. That would be great. First of all, these weren't full underlines. They had that weird number thing going on, and then the italic numbers are the ones that are missing. Okay, same thing here with the underlines. Okay, I'm just going to do all of them and show you. Okay, so on A, to get from 5 to 15, you can add, you can multiply, you can divide, you can do whatever it takes to get from one number to the other. And because we are in the multiply divide section, I'm going to choose to multiply by 3 instead of adding 10. Okay, and then this next one multiplies by 3 anyway, right? So now we need to do 45 times 3, and then whatever that is times 3. And you can see on your own paper that 45 times 3 is 135, and 135 times 3 is 405. Okay, next section, B, let's go down. Okay, we need to figure out, going across, what happened. It looks like we times by 10. Here we times by 10. So here you times by 10, we get 130. And what number did we times by 10 to get 390? And that would be 39. Okay, bottom portion on this one. So how do I get from here to here, from here to here? Okay, sometimes it doesn't have to do with moving from one place to the next. It has to do with what number of answer, if you will, they are in this series. Okay, and this one's one of those. So like this first one is 1 cubed, 8 is 2 cubed, 27 is 3 cubed. Okay, so understanding cubes and being able to recognize them is going to be very helpful. So we want to do 4 cubed and then 5 cubed. 4 cubed is 64, 5 cubed is 125. Okay, let's do ours over on this side. So on D, we're getting smaller every time. And because this is a multiply and divide section, let's try to divide, okay? So to go from 48 to 24, you divide by 2. 24 to 12, you also divide by 2. So it looks like the pattern works. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Okay, next one. Working our way across, looks like we're getting smaller, right? And it looks like they've cut them in half, because half of 12 is 6 and half of 18 is 9. Okay, so I'm going to skip down and do this one first. Half of 58 is 29. Okay, now what number did we cut in half to get 23? Okay, working it backwards, you can see that 6 times 2 is 12. 9 times 2 is 18. So we're going to do 23 times 2. Okay, so 23 times 2 is 46. Okay, the last one. Okay, this is another one of those patterns that you need to recognize. So this is 1 squared and 2 squared, 3 squared, 4 squared. So the next ones will be 5 squared, then 6 squared, then 7 squared. So 5 times 5 is 25, 6 times 6 is 36, and 7 times 7 is 49.